What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. Another part of the Red Pandacast. Another podcasty thing. Okay, so today we have a few things to talk about. Some entertainment stuff, some gaming stuff, kind of a mixture of both, all happy and good stuff. So I thought we'd do this today. And we're gonna start off with a show I've been watching, which is the morning show, which is absolutely fantastic, I have to say. It has a interesting cast. It has Jennifer Aniston, Reese Witherspoon, Billy Crudup. It also has, oh my god, this is terribly organized, Juju Mbatha-Raw. It has Steve Carell. It has Jack Davenport, Belle Powley. It has a lot of people, and everyone plays their roles fantastically. It's a show that I've truly enjoyed. But we'll sort of go through the trailer and I'll talk about it a little bit. But it's a show that hits on many topics, which is awesome. It's very varied in where it goes. There is a main theme to this show, but at the same time, it is well put together.
The game is changing.
I know.
Oh my god, that's really loud. Okay, let's go down to there. Well, maybe not that low, but we'll choose it a little
I
bit.
come with a history not all of you love.
I'm not gonna get edged out.
So there's gonna be a season 2 of the
The
show,
game is changing.
which is awesome.
My job is to ensure the stability of UBA. Alex, I need
Yeah,
you to
I
come
think
back.
it's really
You
good
are
that
the
they
only
have a
thing that
second
can
show.
save us.
I don't think I've ever said that before.
But the show is, the first season's really good.
I feel like I'm bringing
Like,
my big sister
absurdly
to play
good.
my mask.
Man, you couldn't have planned this any better. Stepping away when you did.
I was broken, Doug.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the first season was so messed up
This network needs to clean up its act.
in a good way.
Trying to get ahead of this coronavirus thing.
Someone should cover it.
Well, Bradley can do it.
They touch on a lot of topics and deal with a lot of issues that
I know I come with a
people
history
face
that
in
not all of you
day-to-day
love.
life.
9 months ago, you opened a door, and you need to walk through it now.
So the second season comes out September 17th. There's gonna be a full second season. I think clearly Steve Carell's coming back. And
We need to get our facts straight.
yeah,
We need to decide what the truth is.
Did you hear what you just said?
overall the show's
I
great.
would like to see the book. You don't like me. You've never liked me.
That's not true.
I could go through and listen to the entire thing, but there's really no point. The breakdown is it centers around basically working in a corporate environment and what that means. It's obviously a news show as well, so it's very heavily involved in entertainment and public opinion and Me Too, cancel culture. Living in an ever changing world, dealing with not just public opinion, but dealing with professional opinion on what is right and wrong and what should be accepted, what shouldn't be accepted. Now, don't get me wrong, it delves into some really deep topics and subjects and really is provocative in that way. But at the same time, there's also nuances and different kinds of storylines and characteristics where it makes you look at the world and go, wow, that is so hard to deal with. And it also brings up relatable issues as well that people deal with daily, that people will have experienced where, yeah, it's one of them. It's one of those kind of shows where you have to watch it to understand it, and when you do watch it, you'll get the feel for it, and you'll see what it's like, and you will enjoy it. I can't describe it any other way. It's one of the shows where I watched it all the way through the first season, and I just enjoyed the show. It was so well put together. It was so pleasant. It flowed so well. The main story itself was linear, but also there was side stuff that added to it, that added its own nuance, that tackled its own issues, and the ending was really, really sad. I 100% recommend watching it. The morning show. It's one of Apple Plus's first original series, and it's certainly one of the best TV series I've watched in a long time. For the casting crew, for this streaming platform, it's one of the shows that really, really sets itself apart. Moving on. This comes from the Hollywood Reporter, and this is about Chris Evans, Scarlett Johansson. To star in adventure movie Ghosted for Apple. So yeah, this could apparently be another Apple original series, show, film, sorry, and it's gonna be apparently directed by Dexter Fletcher, the helmer behind Rocketman. Is set to direct the project, which will be written by Rhett Reese and Paul Wernick, the scribes behind Deadpool and Zombieland. Evans will produce the project along with David Ellison, Dana Goldberg, and Don Granger of Skydance, the company that made the Tomorrow War for Amazon. Reese and Wernick will also produce. Details behind it are being kept under white sheet, but the project is being described as a high concept romantic action drama in the vein of Romancing the Stone. What this signifies for Scarlett Johansson in particular is it's the second deal she has made after filing a lawsuit against Disney over the alleged contract breaches over Black Widow. So, Disney's dropped her basically to cut her projects and let her go in that sense. And there's still the lawsuit to go through and all that. But in terms of what Disney was hoping, they were hoping that if they dropped her, then the rest of the industry would drop her. But the reality is, she's getting more offers now from other production companies that want her talent. She's no longer stuck or financially tied with Disney. She now has the ability to accept projects from other organizations, and Apple's a huge one, right? Apple is a really huge major deal for her, and I'm happy to see it. And I also hope that she wins the lawsuit, because it's not just for Scarlett Johansson, it's for everyone in the industry who gets screwed over by these contracts. And I'm gonna partly blame this on agents and lawyers. Mainly agents, because agents should know better. They should change with the times. They should add in these, the remuneration for modern day monetization of the film industry. With regards to streaming on Amazon, Netflix, Hulu, Apple, HBO, whatever, Disney Plus, wherever you want to go with this, there should be that remuneration for the things you do. So it is certainly a step in the right direction that she's getting deals and stuff. I don't think it would have been fair for her not to. And I hope the lawsuit goes through and there's a decision that makes a defining point that it's unacceptable to, break a contract where you essentially remove someone's revenue. But moving on from this, we're going to go to Rolling Stone. And the problem with Jon Stewart streaming weekly beginning September 30th is gonna also launch a companion podcast, sorry. But Jon Stewart is set to return to television in September. With the problem with Jon Stewart, the former Daily Show host, a long-awaited Apple TV Plus series. There's a lot of Apple TV, Apple original news lately, and it was announced in October last year. The streaming service says Stewart hosted weekly current affairs program is a multiple season single issue series taking a deep dive on the most important topics that are currently part of the national conversation. Stewart will be in discussion with the people who are impacted by the issue, as well as those who have a hand in creating the impact. Together, they will discuss tangible steps that can lead to a solutionary path forwards. I mean, this talk's alright. That's what it's going to be. It's going to be a talk show, similar to the Daily Show. I think taking a different concept with it in the sense that they want the victims and the so-called problem creators to work together in order to create a resolution path. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It will be interesting. I think there will be drama. I think certain people, certain organizations, certain power groups will not want to take responsibility for what happens. I think that will be a thing on the show, but also it doesn't mean that there isn't companies there that really value their customers, that value people in general, that aren't concerned with the impact they have. It's just sad that a lot of companies are more interested in profit than being good. But there are companies that are interested in being good over profit. It's not as many as you'd hope it would be. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see where it goes. I might watch it. I don't know. I haven't decided. But I thought it was like an interesting one to talk about, at least to say. Yeah. We'll have to see where it goes. I heard of Jon Stewart, but I've never actually watched his Daily Show when he was on Daily Show, or any of his sort of content or opinions, his speaking, his beliefs. I do know that he's well regarded. I think that's a big part of why Amazon decided to do this, because he does have a following, and I'll probably check it out just to see what it's like. But yeah, it's interesting. So moving on to tufab.com. And this is a little bit of an irritating one for me. This actually got me really annoyed. So it's Ethan Hawke says Robin Williams irritated him on Dead Poet Society set through thought the late star hated him. Hawke said he couldn't handle comedians non-stop rapid fire jokes on set. And I'm not gonna lie, I see this as petty. I really see this as petty. And I'll tell you the reason why I see this as petty. If he had released this article, if he had talked about this when Robin Williams was still alive, then I wouldn't have an issue with it. I really wouldn't. But what this comes across as is you basically speaking poorly of someone who can't defend themselves, who's obviously passed away. And I just think, in my opinion, that is poor taste. To me, that's poor taste. You shouldn't do that. You know, you can have the discussion immediately after of their actions and their life and that conversation. I think that's fair. But years and years after someone has passed away, I think it's very unfair to drag up stuff to gain some sort of clout, to discredit them in some way, to disrespect them, their families in some way, to make a name for yourself. I just think it's poor taste. So it's I really don't like this article. But we'll go through it a little bit. It would be an understatement to say that the chameleonic comedian Robin Williams could be a whole lot to take when he was on fire. Watch any of his late night television appearances, and this the late star was almost frantic, with unrelenting energy and all over the place with quick ad libs, jokes, and impressions. Yeah, that's fair. but so is Lee Evans, so is Eddie Murphy, to an extent, so is Kevin Hart, Gabriel Iglesias, Jimmy Carr, Sean Locke, God rest his soul. There's a lot of people who on stage are very energetic, who are witty, who come out with stuff, who are unrelenting, who just can throw a joke, throw a joke, throw a joke, throw a joke, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I feel like it's more attack on his comedy style and his character than it is about his opinions. Sometimes it's just best to get out of his way and let the madness lead him to where it may. I won't call it madness. I think that's very unfair. It was almost always entertaining and good for a laugh. Well, unless you're a young Ethan Hawke trying to make a very serious movie. While Williams is best known for his madcap comedic style, perhaps best represented on the big screen by his voiceover work in Aladdin as Genie, the versatile star impressed fans equally when he would turn in beautifully heartbreaking dramatic performances. Now, I think, again, bringing up that he was mad is directly offensive. Now, I would also say that his best known work isn't Aladdin. I would say it's Mrs. Doubtfire or Good Morning Vietnam. I'd say they're two of his most iconic works. Deadport Society is already obviously up there as well. Then there's The Angriest Man in Brooklyn, but there's also a lot of other stuff that he's done. I can't remember what it is. Patchworks. The one where he plays a doctor, where he's learned to be a doctor and he entertains children on the ward and is looked down upon. I can't remember the name of the film. I do apologize for that, but that was also one of his most iconic works. And Bicentennial Man as well, a deeply emotive and evocative film. I think this article is doing an injustice with that. So, one such role was Dead Poets Society, the inspirational 1989 film that saw Williams connecting with a group of students through poetry. Williams would earn an Oscar nomination for his dramatic work, but he was apparently quite himself on set, much to Hawke's dismay. The actor spoke about his experience making the film, while accepting the President's Award for Career Achievement for the Karlovy Vary Film Festival in Czech Republic over the weekend, as covered by Variety. He had a habit of making toy jokes on set. Hawke said of Williams, "At 18, I found that incredibly irritating. He wouldn't stop, and I wouldn't laugh at anything he did. As such, he was convinced that Williams hated him, but that turned out not to be the case at all. In fact, the veteran actor was impressed with the up-and-coming young star. Poets would actually prove a breakthrough role for Hawke. There was a scene in the film where he makes me spontaneously make up a poem in front of the class. Hawke recalled, he made this joke at the end of it, saying that he found me intimidating. I thought it was a joke. It turns out that even though Williams was constantly cracking jokes, this may not have been one. As I got older, I realized there is something intimidating about young people's earnestness, their interest," said Hawke. "It is intimidating to be the person they think you are. Robin was that for me." Like, I'm sorry, but what? Like, I don't get this article. I really, really don't. I find it like so. It is very jaded, right? It's jaded in the sense that it's you being upset about him doing nothing to you. He wasn't insulting. From what I've read in this, there isn't a part where he says something bad or there was some issue. It's like it's an attack piece to discredit him and call him mad for no reason. But he isn't mad. There wasn't madness. He was probably one of the greatest film comedic actors. He was someone that could balance the seriousness and tone of a film, yet bring some humor and perspective to it. And I just don't get this article. I really, really don't. I don't get what Ethan Hawke's getting at. I feel like it is just for clout. It's really disrespectful. Anyway, I'm gonna move on from this because this just one just makes me angry. I don't like particularly ranting on the podcast, even though I am, Red Panda rant. I don't like ranting on the podcast and going like over the top. But I think you can get this perspective that this really irks me and annoys me because I feel like it's just an attention piece. And yeah, I feel like it's also disrespectful in the sense that you're going after someone who can't defend themselves anymore, who has passed away, who doesn't have a voice. It's so rude. So, South China Morning Post. This is a mad one. It is a mad one. China's limited gaming time for under 18s to 1 hour a day on Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays, and public holidays. So China's top watchdog for gaming and other forms of online media formally issued rules to combat gaming addiction among teens. The NAAP said that the game companies are the main entities responsible for stopping children from becoming addicted to games. Beijing has issued a new rule limiting the game time for players aged under 18 to between 8 p.m. and 9 p.m. only on Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays, and statutory holidays, marking the country's most stringent measure yet to tackle gaming addiction among young people. Like, can we be real right here now? I'm just gonna come out with this and say it right. Like, everyone needs a distraction in life. Everyone does. It's just the reality. It's nothing against the world, but we all watch shows. We all have music. We all have games we play. We all have things we do, hobbies, right? That we are obsessed with in some way. Whether it's a genre of music, whether it's a show, whether it's going out and roller derbying, whatever it is, there's something that everyone's interested in, and that's like their personal thing that they enjoy. I don't think limiting what people want to do for the same, just for arbitrary reasons is fair. Now, I will preface this. I'll say, like, if you're talking about games with loot boxes and gambling and stuff, limiting them and regulating them is fair. But when you're talking about this kind of blanket ban on gaming in general, and saying that games cause addiction, that games are addictive, that they cause violence, that they trigger responses, that they cause bad behavior, anything like that, I think it's a very long stretch. You can argue that about a lot of things. And all the research into this has been proven, the absolute opposite. A lot of games actually promote more better cognitive functioning, reasoning, because they expect you to tackle problems, to reflexes, etc. There's a lot of benefits to it. Am I saying that there isn't addictive games? No, there is. But am I saying addictive games are bad? No. Because if you really love something, you want to put your time into it. I don't think it's fair to say just because you care about something, you shouldn't be able to play it as much as you want. I think that's very unfair. I think it's very backward thinking. And I'm actually surprised that this is something that the Chinese government would do. There's a lot of censorship in China, and that's not, something that isn't unknown. There's a lot of strict laws. I feel like this is a particular step too far. and I hope they reverse the decision and, give people the rights back. I think I might do a bigger video on this and kind of go into this on a larger scale. And yeah, yep, I'm gonna do that. I'm waiting to actually hear back on a new podcast I want to do, which is the rated podcast. Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit different to this one. It's gonna be exclusive to another platform, but it's something I want to do where I really just focus on one issue and do a long half an hour, 40-minute video podcast session, maybe with other people involved, where we just discuss an issue and really delve into it and get all the information out there. So yeah, but you get the idea with this one. But anyways, we're gonna move on from entertainment and like this kind of stuff. We get into the gaming segment now, so we're gonna go with some trailers. It's pretty much trailers on from here, so yeah, it's gonna be awesome. So let's hop into that part of it and let's get some trailers down. So we're gonna start off with Half and Home Spotlight, which is new ingredients. So what is coming to Valheim in Half and Home Spotlight? We have a look at some more food. We also reveal the purpose of something from our latest Steam post, so you don't want to miss this one. Like, I don't know what this is, so we'll just check it out. It's a short one anyways, so let's go.
Welcome to the fourth part of our Hearth and Home Spotlights. In this video, we'll continue with the theme of food. With Hearth and Home, we split the ingredient raw meat into 3 new variants. To make each enemy drop a bit more unique, the deers, boars, and wolves now drop distinct types of meat. Along with the new plantable onions, this unlocks a whole bunch of new recipes to make sure your Viking doesn't get tired of eating the same food all the time. The cooking itself also gets an update, where you'll have to upgrade your cauldron with cooking extensions, just like with the other crafting stations. Additionally, the bread and the pie now have to be baked in the oven before you can eat them, so you don't have to eat soggy bread. If you're no longer happy with what you've eaten, you can now also have a quick snack of buke berries, and you'll soon be ready to eat something new. Just make sure your friends aren't standing too close. Join us next time to learn how we tweaked some of the weapons.
Okay, so that's basically the update, which I guess is cool. I mean, food's always interesting in MMORPGs. But let's move on to Star Sand. So this is a trailer for a game from Gamescom 2021. It's going to start on early access on November 4th, 2021. It's on the wishlist for Steam now. It is a sandbox survival game from what I knew. That's kind of what it was touted as on Reddit. I'm unsure. But let's hop into the trailer and see what it's about.
Authorities have further widened the search area in the hunt for the missing runner that disappeared on Saturday. They say they'll keep monitoring the area along the track. In the meantime, helicopters are scouting the desert in a race against time. With every day that passes, hope to find the missing runner alive and have a success.
Okay. This reminds me a little bit of Corner Exiles. Oh crap, that was loud. It reminds me a bit of Corn and Exiles. Not gonna lie. It's kind of the feeling I get from it. I wonder if that's the feeling you guys get from it as well. So yeah, that's interesting. So it's gonna be coming to Steam, which should be interesting. Let's cancel this. There we go. Yeah, interesting. So the next one is King Arthur, Knight's Tale official gameplay overview trailer. So this is the first King Arthur Knight's Tale developer diary released by Neocore Games, explaining the game's attempt to uniquely blend turn-based tactics and RPG gameplay. The game is available on Steam Early Access now and will be coming to PS5 and Xbox X and S Series. Wait, Xbox Series XS, yes. Okay, so let's hop into this and see what this is about and see what this is like. That Star Sundawn looks interesting. I'm actually interested in that last game. I have to see more though because I actually want to know if there's something there behind it. Because, yeah. I mean, yeah, you see more behind games, right? It also makes me want to start playing Calling Exiles again, so that's the thing as well that we might end up doing on here. So let's hop into it. Start with King Arthur Knight's Tale. See what it's like.
Welcome! You are watching the developer diary for King Arthur Knight's Tale. In this first episode, we're going to focus on what we mean when we say this game is an interesting hybrid between turn-based tactical games and traditional RPGs.
Okay. So there's gonna be tactical stuff, obviously.
King Arthur Knight's Tale is a complex tactical fantasy game created by hardcore developers for hardcore players. In this game, every little move and every decision matters.
Interesting. Is this like King Arthur meets
Armor
XCOM?
and shields are the most effective when facing the enemy, and the in-depth Overwatch and opportunity attack system turns front lines
Okay,
and
so this is
flanking
like
into
King
a
Arthur meets
major
XCOM.
tactical feature. If you're not careful, traps and stealthy enemies can lead you into impossible battle situations really quickly. But remember that you can also use all these features to your advantage.
This very seems like King Arthur versus
Know your enemies
is
and counter
XCOM.
their attacks with the right moves. Sometimes meticulous planning and patience will be the key to victory. But sometimes simply charging straight into combat with your heroes will work just fine.
Okay, this is interesting.
Will you become a rightful monarch or a tyrant? Do you believe in Christianity, or would you rather follow the old faith? These decisions shape your morality, which will affect how your knights regard you as their lord. In
Okay.
the nightmarish land of Avalon, the world is never simply black
Avalon,
or
okay.
white, but somewhere between the various shades of gray.
You are a righteous king, and I am your
I'll do his voice
servant.
acting as well, that's
I
good.
think one day you will regret this, Mordred.
Sometimes you must choose between bad or worse, and the consequences
This
will
looks like
follow
it could
you
be
until the
interesting.
end.
None can stand in my way.
This looks like it could be interesting.
The character progression in Knight's Tale is
The
designed to be
Mordred's the
similar
case
to
of
the
Tristan,
traditional RPGs.
Lady Dindran,
Your heroes level up and gain skill points that they spend on their unique
Sir
trees.
Ector.
The complex
Okay.
loot system provides powerful and exciting options to fine-tune their tactical capabilities.
I mean,
Your
there's a lot
heroes are
here.
unique, and all of them have
There
their
is a
own
lot here.
personalities and loyalties. Be careful about how you treat your heroes, because they will certainly react to the tough decisions you'll need to make. But the fate of Camelot depends on them just as much as it depends on you. Well,
It's
that was all
interesting.
for today. Thank you for your attention, and stay tuned for more episodes.
That's interesting. There's a lot to this game. It's very strategic. I think this would kind of... Yeah, RPG gamers would enjoy this, I actually think. I'd need to test it. Like, I would. It's apparently on Steam Early Access. Ah. This might actually be something I'll look into. I don't know. I might actually have to look into this one. Because that actually really did intrigue me. It seems like, a very tactical game, and I kind of like that experience. So, yeah. Keep your eyes out for this one and see how it progresses. It might have potential. I think, obviously, you have to see how it does in Steam Early Access, and that'll kind of give you more of an idea of where it's going. So moving on to another one, and this is Fallout 4 Sim Settlements 2 Gunner Outbreak trailer. This is a mod apparently. So this is a DLC sized expansion to SimWorld Settlement 2, featuring the Gunners as a fleshed out faction. Continue the story of Sim Settlements 2, adds new disease mechanics, multiple layer quarantines, and a brand new game mode where you establish your own faction headquarters. So, yeah. This is a mod, as far as I'm aware. So, this is all done by just people who love the game. Obviously, you can see on the YouTube channel, it's King Arth. It's not done by Bethesda. It's not Microsoft. This is 100% a mod thing. So let's hop into it and see what it's like. Some of the best things in the Fallout universe are created by modders, so I'm kind of excited to see this, even though I need to play the game.
Forget the beacon! I need you to get back here! Now!
For a while there, it seemed like the Commonwealth was finally starting to find its footing. New settlements were being founded. Local economies restarted. It was as if the culture of the past had been reawoken after a 200-year slumber. But, to borrow an old world proverb, nothing good lasts forever.
I'm Captain Wes of the Gunners, and this settlement is now under our jurisdiction. Aggression towards our forces will not be tolerated. Get going. Submit, and no harm will come to you. A new beginning for the Commonwealth is near.
With our employers' backing, the Gunners have become a force to be reckoned with. But not all of us agree with the path we've taken.
If we're gonna fight back, we're gonna need some serious firepower.
You've made a lot of friends out there. Do you think any of them would help us?
Yo, I will say, holy crap, the amount that's gone into this mod is absolutely insane. Yo. Yeah, this is mental. Like, that's legit epic. Like, this is like the kind of stuff Bethesda should have been doing. Oh my god. That was insane. God, that makes me want to play Fallout 4. Okay, we're gonna move on to another one, which is The Captain. This is the first official trailer for the game. Find your way home across the galaxy in this excellent comedy adventure game by our friends at Sislat Games. Every encounter along the way has multiple endings. Collect new friends, make new enemies, decisions are all up to you. Blah blah blah. Let's check this out. This is apparently, from what I can tell, made by a very small studio, so let's Can't see. Wait, this isn't HD. What's going on here? Oh, it's only 720p 60 FPS. God, this really is made by a small team. I like the art style. I think it's the right choice for this type of game with a small team. I guess it's gonna be a 2D side scroller. That was funny. That was funny. I'll give it to them on that one. That was funny. Yeah. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. That could be a niche little indie game that quite a few people enjoy. I ain't gonna say it's gonna be game of the year, but it's definitely a well put together little indie title that a lot of people could get something from, so yeah. Okay, so we got another one. This is Mecha Knight's Nightmare. Give me a second, I need to close something. There we go, that's shut. This is Mecha Knight's Nightmare. It's on Steam. It came out today, actually. So let's kind of like watch this. I'm gonna say one thing about this. Is it's like it wants to be Mech Warriors, but is it as good as Mech Warriors? This is the thing I noted from the start. Like, this is cool, but graphically it's disappointing, right? Is that like a me thing, or when you look at this game, do you kind of go, its color palette, it's kind of bland? Like, the mech stuff actually looks fun, but it's the kind of... everything else aesthetically looks off. I don't know. I feel like aesthetically everything's off in this game. Like, it could have been better than what it was. That's how I kind of feel about it. It just seems a bit... half-heartedly done. Is there any ratings for this? There is no ratings. Oh, there is ratings. Wait, it's got positive reviews. Come from a solo dev. Oh, this is from a solo dev? Okay. Always listed to continue to work on the game. He's also very active with the community, in my opinion. We have in a long time. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so it's got mostly positive reviews. It's from a solo dev. With that in mind, I think the biggest thing for him, fix the color palette. Fix the prettiness of the game. Like, just the overall colors, it's very much the same kind of scale. Change the scale to something better. And this has potential. Because everything else looks fun, but what doesn't look good is the colors. I feel like that's the big issue here. It needs better coloring. So we're going to move on to the final trailer there. And this is an interesting one. This is Roman Empire Wars trailer. It was released 5 hours ago by the Playware. It's on Steam apparently, so you can add it to your wishlist. All my history books on page. On Steam page of the Roman title, Empire's War Real Time. So yeah, let's have a look into this and see what this is about. Oh my god, I clicked the wrong thing. There we go. This did remind me of Total Wars a bit. Oh, this reminds me a lot of Total War. Okay, this looks cool. I actually really like the look of this. Yeah, this is a cool little game. It's a cool little game. Obviously, I have to see when it's released how well it does, but that's a cool little game. It's very. I see what they mean when they say down below. You know, it gives me the Total War vibe. Because obviously, it's that style of game where you know you're in control of an army, you're controlling units. But yeah, that's awesome. I think like the Roman Empire is always like one of those iconic time periods, and it's just has such emotions for people when you see it in a game or in a film or something. There's just that historic element to it that's so attractive, and this looks really, really interesting. Yeah. I'm surprised it's only got 600, 700 views when they have 47, nearly 48,000 followers, subscribers. That's a little bit insane. But yeah, so that's like kind of where we are with the end of this. Let me hop off the source thing, because you know we've been doing that. There's no point having it up when I'm not doing anything more with that. But yeah, like today's been interesting too. It's been fun. I really enjoyed playing 12 minutes earlier in the day. Like, it was an awesome game. There was a lot to do in it, and it was really, really crazy. I don't even know how to describe it. There was something so messed up about that game. Like, if you haven't played 12 minutes, play it. It's on Xbox Games Pass for PC. And yeah, that game's something else. It doesn't care. It really doesn't care about your feelings and doesn't hold back. I did some messed up stuff in that game to try and get to the truth. Tomorrow I'm gonna play it more and try and get to the truth again. And that'll be an adventure. That'll be something. Dealing with that's certainly a thing. But the game overall is really fun. The voice acting's great. The story's a little bit weird because of like kind of how it happens. It is very time loopy, like Edge of Tomorrow kind of vibes. But obviously, it's like set in a more psychological, real world where you're in your house and have to deal with the situation at hand, and yeah, it has a vibe to it. It certainly has a vibe to it. It's a vibe that I gel with quite well. And
Dude.
as I started out,
ESX is up.
nice, buddy. All right, that means I have to check that out on Thursday. Yeah, I should beat 12 minutes tomorrow. Yeah, I'll beat 12 minutes tomorrow. Then that'll give me Wednesday to play Ark, and Thursday hop on hop on Blue Ridge, and check out the ESX update and see how that goes. That should be pretty cool. I'm glad it's up finally. What I've been waiting for, so I don't have to like mess around doing control profiles and stuff. I can just like hop in and like freaking play. I'm also gonna probably hop back on USA RRP as well. Not this week, but the week after. I feel like doing GTA 5 RP again. And some of the old people are back on the server, so it's like screw it, I might as well play it there. So that I've screwed about with whitelist. I would have played on Vibe, but apparently I don't know what happened there, but Dream Gaming Machiavelli was telling me that like they shut down or something, so that's like kind of sad. Because apparently it was pretty legit, but I guess it didn't work out, or something went wrong, or people just couldn't get along. But that ultimately didn't work out, which was a thing. But yeah, Blue Ridge, USA,
From me
RRP.
and Trooper, we do apologize for the delay. It hasn't been on our end, it was on server host's end. They couldn't get it to work at all. This latest update fixed it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a thing, right? Stuff happens. You can't always be on top of everything. It's why I did the whole thing on my own server, buddy, because, like, that way I just implement stuff and fix it myself, right? And, like, you could say, like, in the month or two that I did it, I got so much working so fast. Like, I did, like, a freaking insane job. I did basically what it would take 5 people to do in the time they took me to do, which is kind of mental in a sense. Like, there's literally people who couldn't have done what I was doing.
Yeah, I get that, and I apologize I am so late here. I fell asleep after booting up Elite, just woke up hash.
Hey, it's no worries, buddy. I get it. Alright, we're approaching an hour, and I don't want it to break over an hour. If it breaks over an hour, I have to, like, freaking chop the episode up, re-record it, splice it, and all sorts of other crap to deal with. Every platform's goddamn policies, which they have, which is really annoying. I'll be on tomorrow though, and I'm gonna do like 3 hours again. But I'm gonna like record like my daytime videos for like news and stuff before I go live, and then after I've been live, I'll upload them on the evening. I'm just streaming at night because obviously Mondays are Red Pandacast nights. I think Fridays are gonna be Red Pandacast nights as well. Maybe Thursdays. I haven't decided what day I want it to be in. Yeah. But thanks everyone for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed it. We went through a lot of games today. I'm really looking out for Star Sand, King Arthur's Knight's Tale, Fallout 4. I feel like
Take care.
Those Sim Settlement 2 mods are gonna be absolutely insane. Like those Sim Settlement 2 mods are like out of this world. The fact that I watched that and thought that that was a legit... In fact, no. I watched that and thought that was better than any Bethesda trailer that they put out. And it was from a
I'll
goddamn mod
join you
team.
for Ark. I'll install it tonight, unless I'm busy on ESX.
Nice.
Join aka Panda Squad Discord and hang out with other community members. https://discord.gg/5wcque2s.
Thanks, Stream Elements. Alright. But yeah, I'm
LMAO
gonna...
this voice.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna call it here. Thank you, Hazel, for voicing chat. I'll see you guys later. For everyone who's been enjoying it, like, comment, subscribe, to wherever you're watching this or
See
listening
ya.
to these.
Ark is such a small game, Kappa.
It's gonna be all mental and all over. Yeah. Well, I'll see you guys later. Take care. And that's the recording done. Yep. So everyone in chat on the streams, I'll see you guys
Bye, Panda.
tomorrow. I know Anya probably gonna be on holiday, so enjoy your holiday. Tomorrow I'm gonna continue with 12 minutes, so we'll probably finish that in the afternoon. And then if we finish that super early, we'll do some Minecraft. And then the next day we'll do Ark. And then Thursday we'll hop onto Blue Ridge and check out the ESX update. And yeah, it'll give me a few days also to make sure that my GTA and everything's set up right. Because I'm not sure what happened with that after I uninstalled it. I think it's correct now, but I might have to go back in and reinstall some EMB mods and stuff. You know how it is. But yeah, guys, take care and have a good rest of your day or evening or night. And I'll see you guys later.
You should join fire/ems.